A deep-end disaster.
I have to live every day without my son.
We told you back in July her 4-year-old son was left behind in swim class. He drowned, and now this woman, the swim instructor, was just charged, but it's what she did before her swim classes that has this mom pushing for more. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates Updates.
Nothing will ever bring him back.
7 months later, Dori Scott continues to relive the worst day of her life, June 14th, 2022.
We still don't know how he drowned, the timeline of things.
She knows that it was day 2 of swim lessons for her son, 4-year-old Izzy Scott, and about 10 other kids. The instructor, 66-year-old Lexie Tenhuisen, was well known in the Augusta area for offering affordable swim lessons. She says on day 1, Tenhuisen made it clear that no parents were allowed to watch their kids by the pool. That was the first red flag, but Scott says that she followed the rules and waited in her car until class was over. The Shade Room went through the officer's report, and Tenhuisen says, quote, the first couple of days she doesn't allow parents in and asks them to stay out. The reason, because kids, especially 4- and 5-year-olds, if a mother is there, the child is going to jump out the pool and run over to the mother, and the mother will baby them. She went on to say, quote, that if she has 10 kids in the pool and 2 mothers are there babying their kids, some of them just want to stand right there and put their feet in the water, and she can't have that, end quote.
The thing is, on the first day, I went up to her and I asked her, how was his first day? That's the thing. I said, how did he do? She gave everyone a general statement that they all did well.
Tenhuisen also told police on that day that students were getting their face and head used to being in the water, floating and kicking in the shallow end, which was approximately 3 feet deep. The last thing she did was line up pool toys on the bottom of the pool and see how many can go underwater and pick them up. When everyone was out, Tenhuisen then began drying off when her granddaughter noticed Izzy Scott, also known as Izzy, was in the deep end. Tenhuisen says that she jumped out of her chair, dove in the pool, pulled him in, and got to the side, which took every bit of 15 seconds. When she pulled him out of the water, Israel was limp. She yelled for help to get other mothers' attention. One mom happened to be a nurse and performed CPR until paramedics arrived. That mom told police, quote, the child still had color, but there was foam coming out of his mouth and nose.
I'm sitting there screaming at the pool, no hug, no remorse. I'm asking you what happened. You're like, I don't know. No tears, nothing. I felt nothing in my heart.
He was pronounced dead the next day. For 7 months, the family has been fighting for charges and legislation to protect children from drowning during swim lessons. And on December 30th, 2022, they got some answers. An arrest warrant issued for Tenhuisen, involuntary manslaughter. District Attorney Jared Williams in a statement writing, quote, Izzy is not a case, he is not a file on a desk, nor an article in the news. He is a child whose loss has broken the heart of the community. After months of dedicated inquiry, investigation, and legal analysis, we conclude that a criminal offense has occurred in the death of Izzy Scott. I have instructed the Georgia Bureau of Investigation to issue an arrest warrant for the charge of involuntary manslaughter. Do you feel like that is enough?
I'm not trying to put anybody in jail for the rest of their lives for 10 years or none of that. My thing is accountability.
There are critics out there like, I would never leave my child out of my sight or leave them alone with a random stranger.
People always say what they won't do, but people drop their kids off at daycare every day. They take their kids to karate, to cheer, to gymnastics, to all those things every day. But do you really think that your child is going to do a flip and break their neck? Do you really think your child is going to be learning to swim and drown? Lexie Tenhuisen was released on $10,000 bond. We did try to call her by phone. She did not answer, so we did leave a message. Now, while the Scott family awaits her first court appearance, they say they do plan to file a civil lawsuit as well. Dori Scott also told me that she plans to start a foundation in Izzy's honor to both advocate and educate for families so they never have to experience anything like this. For TSR Investigates Updates, I'm Justin Carter.
Hello, roommates, and thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Do you want more TSR Investigates? Be sure to subscribe and check us out at theshaderoom.com.